Hi, I am Dr. Kushagra Mathur and today we will be learning a bit about cardiac arrest. Now, why is it important for us to know about cardiac arrest? Cardiac arrest and the cardiovascular diseases are the #1 cause of death worldwide. All forms of cancer like lung cancer plus liver cancer plus breast plus cervical plus brain tumors, every cancer combined cause less deaths than cardiac arrest or cardiovascular diseases. If someone falls in front of you, like I am talking right now, if I fall to the ground right now, what will be your first response? You'll tap on the shoulders to see if I respond or not. Sometimes we don't eat breakfast or we don't eat a particular meal and we are working the entire day. We might fall because of hypoglycemia or less sugar levels. Hypo means less, glycemia means sugar, and emia means in blood, low sugar in blood, hypoglycemia. We can fall because of hypoglycemia, but such patients do have a pulse, they breathe and they will respond. What's the treatment? Give them water, maybe give them some lemonade and they'll be back to normal. Give them sugar for sure. Okay, but there are cases when people, while they are talking to you, they fall to the ground, they do not have a pulse, do not have a respiration, and they die. Yes, clinically or according to a layman, that is the definition of death. The person isn't breathing, he doesn't have a pulse, he's dead, right? So this is what cardiac arrest is. Now I'm going to talk about cardiac arrest and heart attack. These two terms are different. We all have heard about cardiac arrest and we all have heard about heart attack. Now what's heart attack? Heart attack, as we all know, decreased blood supply to the myocardium or the heart itself. That's due to blockage or atherosclerosis, like they say. That causes heart attack. The heart decreases its pumping action because it does not have energy. Blood takes energy and it's not coming to the heart anymore. So it decreases, the heart rate decreases or it might increase, and the person complains of what? We all know the symptoms, right? Chest pain, breathing difficulty, dyspnea, and pain along the ulnar part of the arms or hands, pain radiating to shoulder or the jaw or back. These are the complaints, like I'm having pain here. There's a crushing type of chest pain, like it seems like someone's squeezing my chest, someone's inside my chest and someone's squeezing my chest inside it, inside my thoracic cavity. That's what people say. They do have a pulse, they don't they? They do, right? They are talking, means they are breathing and they are responding to you. Do you have chest pain? Yes, I do. What kind of chest pain? It's squeezing type. So they are talking to you, right? But in cardiac arrest, the person falls to the ground, no response, no heartbeat, no pulse, that is, and no respiration. Seems scary, right? It is scary because, like I said, it's the most common cause of death worldwide. How to diagnose cardiac arrest? Very, very important. Firstly, check for response. Tap on the victim's shoulders and ask if he's okay. He will respond if it's not cardiac arrest, if it's hypoglycemia or some other syncopal attack. If he does not respond, check for his pulse. Everyone, look to your left side. In between your trachea and your sternocleidomastoid, insert 3 fingers and press them slightly towards or on your trachea. You will feel a pulse. You should feel a pulse at least. Now that's your carotid pulse. Carotid pulse is the easiest pulse to feel because it's of the highest amplitude. So check for the pulse and simultaneously check for the breathing. If the patient does not respond, does not have a pulse and does not breathe, the diagnosis is cardiac arrest. But recall, if I'm having a heart attack, I will have a pulse, I will talk and I will breathe. So that's the difference between heart attack and cardiac arrest. Also, while I am complaining of chest pain, if you have any idea what heart attack is, you will call the ambulance, you will call your relatives or your neighbors and you will take me to the hospital. You have that amount of time, at least 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. hoping the ambulance gets to your home early. But what about cardiac arrest? I'm dead on the spot. You have to do something right there, and that's what we call CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Cardio meaning heart, pulmonary means pertaining to lungs, resuscitation means bringing back to life. You checked for my heart, you checked for my respiration, both were gone, both were dead. So you try to perform CPR, that's what we call CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and try to bring back the guy. Write down in the comments below, what do you think is the success rate of high quality CPR? Imagine you are the best CPR provider in the world. How many people will resuscitate after your, how many percent of people will resuscitate after your CPR? Write down that in the comments below. Also, before going, I have two questions for you. First, there's a 1980s Bollywood movie. The girl says to her father that I like a particular boy, maybe Raj, that's a common name. The father is like, no, you can't do that. That's an example of what? Heart attack or cardiac arrest? Write that in the comments below as well. Another thing, we all know about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, right? Best president ever. What was he doing just before his death? Yes, he was teaching, right? He was teaching, he had no history of any comorbidities, hypertension, diabetes, nothing. He was very fit. What happened? While he was teaching, like I am, he fell to the ground, no pulse, no respiration. Because he was a president, he must have many security guards and paramedics also. They must have performed CPR, but they couldn't resuscitate him. That's what happens. CPR is necessary for you to learn, and cardiac arrest can occur anywhere, anytime, especially to people who have comorbidities. So this was my bit. I hope you liked it, and I hope I have helped you. I'll try to make another video if you like it. Thank you.